Hi, class. My name is Rachel Carmichael, and I am a first year DMP student. And so I'm going to be talking a little bit about the leader member exchange theory from our leadership book. And just one of the examples that I've seen this play out in actual work environment. The biggest way or biggest example of this that I've seen has been in working at a not-for-profit urgent care clinic to the uninsured and underinsured here in Dallas. It's run by my church, and so I've seen this, and the first thing I thought of when I read the examples of this leadership style were at the clinic. So one of the biggest ways is the director of the clinic has a group of shift leaders in the clinic. Other than about 10 full-time staff, the rest of the clinic is completely volunteer run. And so they're a group of shift leaders that consist of nurses, front desk staff, pastoral care staff, and administrative staff that help to lead the charge for the rest of the volunteers. And they're the ones that are the most poured into, with equipping opportunities and extra events that they're able to go to. And I would call them kind of the in-group. And then the out-group is the rest of the volunteer staff. They do what they're supposed to do. They meet the bare minimum requirement, but they are not included in that extra equipping time. One way I would say, though, that the director tries to counteract some of the in-group, out-group kind of cliquish setting, though, is anyone in the out-group is welcome to join the in-group if they take that initiative and they really show that that they're making those extra steps to add value to the clinic and to our patients. But that being said, if they're there just to do the bare minimum, that's okay. But they're not going to be included in that extra training, that extra equipping. And so I've seen that play out in that setting. And some pros with that is the shift leaders. I've seen each of them, being a shift leader myself and then also working on staff, being in both roles. I've seen the other shift leaders grow tremendously over the years, from being kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out of serving at the clinic and meeting the minimum requirements, to really stepping into a leadership role and looking for innovative ways to make our clinic even better, because the whole premise of the clinic is to provide excellent spiritual care and excellent physical care alongside of each other, in conjunction with each other, serving the uninsured and underinsured in Dallas. And so 50% of our patient population is international, which means that we get people from all over the world that step through the doors of the clinic. And the goal is for every patient to be initiated in a spiritual conversation before they leave the clinic. So we have pastoral care volunteers that will initiate a spiritual conversation with patients and will pray with patients. We have our nursing staff who will triage patients and do intakes. We have volunteer providers. We have front desk staff that will check patients in, and then administrative staff that will help, and volunteers that will help with patient files, uploading them onto the computer. And so our shift leaders look for innovative ways to continue to make the clinic even better and care for our patients even better. And then our regular volunteers, they're always encouraged to take that next step to continue to look for ways to grow, but like I said, are not included in those extra equipping opportunities unless they are invited to be a shift leader. And so I have seen this be really effective form of leadership at the clinic, to pour into those that want to be poured into, and then those that don't, they're able to do the bare minimum, and that be it. So thank you so much. One question that I have for each of you is, what are your thoughts as far as this leadership member exchange theory? Do you see this being a potential way that you would want to model your practice after, or something that you would maybe not want to model your practice after. Thanks so much. Have a great night.